Good morning.
Good morning.
It is.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. It's Christmas Eve for everyone that celebrates.
It is Christmas Eve. It's Hanukkah Eve for people who are celebrating Hanukkah this year.
Mm.
Hanukkah starts on Christmas Day this year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Huh. Cool.
yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
So double
Christmas
the
looks.
holiday.
This Christmas looks a little different for us. I mentioned that. I think. Yeah. I'm having a mom moment. There was some tears,
Mhm.
but it's okay. Our
But
kids. Their kids grew up and they're adulting, and you want them to be out in the world. And I mean, I wouldn't change anything, but it's
yeah,
hard to. Transitions are hard. That's all.
yeah.
And my oldest is spending Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with her boyfriend's family, and it's fine.
But you said you had everybody home to do a solstice
Yeah, we
observance
did. We did. And so
celebration.
that was a
Okay.
lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Um and that was yeah. So I have a new game to tell you about. And I know that
Okay.
you're having a family board game moratorium, and that's totally fine. But you could make a note for next year,
For
or
next
maybe for
year.
New Year's Eve if people have calmed down enough, or not.
Or not.
or or sometime in the summer.
So tell me about the game.
It's called Codenames.
I think we have that one in
Oh.
our thing. I think it's another one that we have and we haven't used.
Our tiny little town has a mercantile, and like
Okay.
you don't even know what's in there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there, and it's fun to go in there. And you know, they have like everything. So I go in there and I said to the owner, "Hey, I'm looking for a new board game because like we like to get a new game every year." She goes, "Oh, you have to try Codenames," and they have a little board game puzzle section
Mhm.
upstairs, and it's in this place is in an old bank building, and so like the upstairs is where the offices were. You know. Anyway, that not that that's relevant. But she recommended it, and she knows we really like games. So the deal is it's just little cards, and the deal is you put out an array. So there's a 5 by 5 grid of little
Okay.
cards. So there's 25 cards if it was too early for you to multiply. And then you have a team of people that are the the case agents, or the like the case managers, or the you know what I mean? They're the people that manage the secret agents.
Okay.
So the premise is
The
the people.
handlers.
Yes. The people on the one side of the table, they are the ones that are in the know. The
Okay.
people on the other side of the table are the guessers. They are the field agents.
Okay.
And so you have this array of words, and they're kind of random. So the people that are the handlers, or the spy masters. That's what it is, spy masters. I couldn't think of what they were called. They have to There's certain numbers of names that are the blue team, and some are the red team spies. And then some
Okay.
are just innocent bystanders. So they're like blanks. So you have to come up with corollaries. So if I said to you locations 3, I'm giving you the clue, and I'm telling you that there's 3 cards that are our team, that you have to figure out what I'm talking about. And then if you get it right and you point to the card that I'm talking about, then we put our color of team on and we cover it. So that's,
Okay.
see what I mean? And so it could be national park. It could be a city name, a country name. It could be anything that's a location. But if I say 3, that means there's 3 of those cards that are either
Okay.
blue or red, depending on what color we are. And you have to figure that out. I can only give you one word
Oh,
clues.
wow.
One word.
Okay.
So if there's like random things, like you want to get as many as you can per turn, obviously, but it's really hard. So like last night I had one that was fan, FAN, and then I had one that was oil. So I'm thinking, how do I draw a corollary between those, and then you got to figure, well, what is the person I'm with gonna what are they gonna get? Like, do
Right.
I know them well enough to know what they're gonna understand? Will they get my train of thought? Okay, so my 2 kids were on the same team, and they just smacked everybody because they have this like sibling
Yeah.
telepathy going on, and they just beat the pants off. you know. And we're like, you can't be teams anymore. You can't be together anymore. It was
Um,
it was a lot of fun. It was super fun. And it's
um,
a good knitter friendly game because you just have to sit there and like look at
yeah,
them
because you
and
just have
feel
your
and
thingy.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a
Yeah,
good
we
knitting
that
game.
is a game that we've had for a bit, I think, in like, again, another one, like, found at a thrift store kind of thing,
Yeah.
and we've just
Yeah,
never
I think it's
cracked it
been
open
out
and
for a
played
while. It
it.
just wasn't one that I was aware of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was new to us, you know.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Well,
See
I'll
if
have to
everyone's calmed down enough.
see,
Anyway, it was a lot of fun. We played that for several hours.
nice.
And it was really interesting to see who likes to be the spy master, who likes to give the clues, and who likes to be
Uh-huh,
the guesser.
yeah,
So my youngest really enjoyed giving the clues and figuring
mhm,
out those corollaries and figuring out what to say, the one word clue that would cause someone else to guess correctly. I
uh-huh,
like being the guesser. So it's harder to be the clue giver for sure.
mhm, mhm.
But anyway, it was a lot of fun. So that's a good one if you need if
Oh,
anybody needs
fun.
a new game. So,
Sounds like a good time.
and it's a good New Year's Eve thing too, if people are wanting to do something fun for New Year's Eve. So,
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we had my side of the family had their Christmas get together last night.
yeah.
So we were up to Massachusetts for that. And Thanksgiving we'd gotten a space to use. Like we rented a
Oh,
space
I see. Yeah.
so that we would all fit. Because altogether there's like, well, last night there were 20 of us. At
Oh,
Thanksgiving there were 16, I wanna
oh
say, but
wow.
there were more, like,
Yeah.
girlfriends, boyfriends brought
Yeah.
along
You
last
might want
night.
to rent the community center or something.
Yeah, and
Right.
so last night we were just in my dad's and stepmother's apartment, which is the first floor of, like, a 1930s craftsman style house. So
Neat.
it's, like, small. It's, like, kitchen, dining room, living room, but, like, maybe 12 by 12, like
Yeah.
12 by 12, 10 by 12, and then no one hangs out in the
Cozy.
kitchen. We're just all
Cozy.
there. So you just imagine 20 people, like, in 2 rooms, basically, and we're not quiet people. Um, so it was
Were the
very,
upstairs
very
neighbors
relaxed.
like doing broomsticks on the floor?
Yeah, I feel so much pity for the person who lives above them. But they do give fair warning to them
Right.
and let them know
Right.
because they also share a driveway, and so we all
Oh,
show up and
oh.
just spill. So they make sure, like, "Hey, did you need to go anywhere tonight? Like,
Maybe go
if
to
you
the
needed us to
movies.
move the car, let us know. We'll all come out, move cars. Like, it's fine." So they know what's about to happen to them, and we cleared out by 6:30. We did it in the afternoon, and we're
Oh, okay.
out again, but I think that was an accommodation that's been made on their behalf in, the last several years, like,
Still,
come on.
that's kind. I mean, you live
Yeah,
in conjunction community with your neighbors and,
yeah.
yeah.
So it was a lot of, like, yelling back and forth across the small room to be heard over the other people who were yelling back and forth this way. And, yeah, it was really low key. We just, like, hung out. We had pizza, and, my stepmother made, like, a big trifle for dessert,
Oh,
and we did the gift exchange
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
someone was like, "Shouldn't we just, like, take turns and everyone can
yeah.
see what the other person has?"
Yeah.
And it was like, "No."
Oh, you don't do it like that?
No, everyone was just like, "No."
We
And, like,
Oh.
sort of threw the package at the person they bought for, and everyone opened it, and then we went back to yelling over each other again as we
We do. We always take turns. We've always done it that way. Huh.
No, we're not. I
Interesting.
mean, for like Christmas morning, we take turns as
Yeah.
we,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
at the family thing, no, it's just everyone does the exchange and we're back to being
Yeah.
loud and obnoxious again.
So
So,
what about the puzzle board?
oh, I did not get that.
Okay. Okay.
So there were issues that came up.
Are you at
Yes.
liberty to talk about them or not?
Well, I did already talk to my oldest about it because everyone knows we use the list. Like, we've made it clear we use the list.
Yeah,
One
the
of the things
Elfster
when you
list.
buy,
When
you buy something off the Elfster list, you're supposed to go back and mark it that it's been bought.
Oh, right.
And people did not do that.
So there were duplications.
So I have a present for my oldest that they got last night from their Secret Santa. And I'm pretty sure that my gift, my husband also bought for me, but it's a kind of thing it's okay to be a duplicate. It's an apron. So if I get 2 aprons, that's fine. You know, that's not a big deal. But
could be handy.
I was just like, we're like opening our stuff and I'm like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
There's a system. But anyway, the thing that was duplicated for my oldest is like a record, like an actual record of one of the anime soundtracks that they really wanted that was like shipped from Japan.
Oh, wow.
You know, like you can't get it in the US. So I'm like, well, now they'll have 2. They can re-gift one to a friend or just have 2 in case something happens.
eBay, whatever.
It is what it is, you know, but yeah. There's a system, guys. Come on.
Right? The system exists for a reason, Pete.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so it was good though. We all had a good time. It was minus 11 degrees Celsius. Sorry, let me back up. It was 11 degrees yesterday morning.
Okay.
And sorry, my mind just jumped. I apologize.
It's okay. I mean, I think viewers know by now that on occasion there is no appropriate segue, and they can follow along or not. I mean, just know that that happens.
Yeah. So Sunday, we're recording Monday or Tuesday. Yesterday was Sunday. Sunday is when I practice my photography.
Yeah.
So I went on my little photo safari, and I knew it was cold outside. And so I got bundled up, and we have a brook sort of a ways, but like 3 minutes walking directly, you're at a brook.
Okay.
Behind my house. And I was like, I'll go down to the brook, see if there's any ice that might make for some cool photography.
Yeah, it would. You know? Yeah.
So I walked out and I was like, oh, it's very cold. Like verge of booger freezing cold. We talked about the other day, you know? And I didn't have any gloves on because I was dealing with the camera. So I was like, I'll just, you know, deal with the camera and then I can whatever. Very, very cold. Got out there. I did my photos. It was fine. And then I turned around to come back. And apparently there was a very gentle breeze
that you were not aware of
at my back when I was going. And as soon as I turned around, I was like, oh, people die in the cold. That was like my first thought was, what have I done to myself? And I didn't have, as I said, I didn't have any gloves. And I had my camera, so it didn't have a strap or anything. So it's like I always had to have a hand out holding the camera. So I'm like walking back to the house and I'm trying to like keep my hands from freezing. And I made it back inside. And yeah, so 11 degrees Fahrenheit coincidentally is minus 11 Celsius just for our overseas.
Interesting. Trivia. Yeah.
So I got inside and my hands were so cold and they weren't frostbite. I grew up in New England. I know about frostbite. They weren't frostbite, but if I'd been out much longer, they would have been. But your body will like try and heat, you know, it'll send more blood to where you're cold, you know?
Yeah.
So I got inside where it was warm and then my hands were like bright red and hot from all of the and I was like, I felt so warm and cozy. I was like, this is wonderful. I need to go out in the freezing cold. And then when I come back in, I'll be nice and toasty warm. Because I'm never warm. So
as we were talking about that, I'm thinking to myself, I think I would have like unzipped, pushed the camera halfway down my sleeve, and then, you know.
But I should have, if I had brought the cap that goes on the camera itself, I could have popped the lens off and put the cap on and I could have put it in. But I didn't take my camera bag. I didn't have, I just went out with my
lint
camera.
in there. Yeah, you don't want lint.
And I was not prepared for that appropriately.
Yeah.
But it was a good reminder that, hey, it is winter, dummy. like.
Well, I can see why that could happen though. I mean, it's been so stupid here. Like yesterday it was like almost 50 degrees. We've had no snow. This morning when I got up to go out and do chores, it was like 34. I mean, it's not even cold. I'm like,
Yeah,
well, I guess I'll put on a hoodie. I mean,
yeah, this was like our first cold day
yeah,
of winter that we've
yeah.
had. And so it was a reminder. It
It
was a
still feels like
reminder.
fall here. And I'm like, ready. I'm ready. Ready.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Ah,
Okay. Should we open stuff?
yeah, let's open stuff. We're very well, yeah, we've two more days of our
Yeah.
Advent ones. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually start with Becky's because we're done with yarn with Becky's, but she
Ooh,
has 2 gift days.
okay.
So I've been very curious, looking forward. Let me see. Wait, it's all wow, Becky then individually wrapped everything that was in the day.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Hooray!
cute. Oh, I love this. Okay, so to explain, so Becky has some of her yarn made into tweed,
Yeah.
woven into tweed. So these are buttons made out of tweed
Oh,
from
that's
Becky's box. So
lovely.
that's one. I have 3 things here. Cool. So there's a little pouch, and there's inside has been 2 embroidery needles, one of which I immediately dropped on the floor. And then a little leatherette
Oh,
Silly
yeah,
Sheep
a little
Company
tag.
thing.
A little tag for your knits. Yeah.
Little stickers.
Oh, that's so
Little cute
cute. We love
stickers. So
stickers.
that's cool.
We
And
love
then one more
stickers.
package. Becky, we're spoiled. Oh, this not I don't know what's about to come out of here. Okay. Oh, nice. And then some stitch markers that have, can you see? They're like dried flowers
Oh,
in them.
oh, they're like resin with dried flowers inside. That's really
Yeah.
pretty.
How cute is that?
Nice.
Nice. She made them with flowers from their own from the croft.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know if you
neat.
can I get it spread out right? Probably not. Now my finger's in the way.
Oh, that's pretty.
Trust me, they're pretty.
I'm sure people can see a photo on your Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
Becky. That was very cool, Becky. Thank
That
you.
is super cool. That's really cute. Okay.
Okay.
So let me make sure that I have the correct number of stripes. So this is the Christmas Eve. So 21, 22, 23. So
So
I'm
you're
showing
showing
day
23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay. Which was that blue.
Okay.
Okay. So now, if you recall, we have the complementary colors. We had the shades, and there's 6 in a set. So we have
Right.
blue, blue, blue. It's complementary across the color wheel, and then another blue. So now we're ready for a new
A new set.
section,
Okay.
which is, and then here's our neutral. And now we have a lavender. Look,
Oh,
I'll show you
pretty.
against the black. Yeah, look,
That's very pretty.
isn't it?
I like that.
Yes. Okay, let me clarify because I realized this after the last episode, and I
Okay.
realized it. You know how I wake up with my hot flashes at 3:15 every morning, and then I lay there and I think about things, and
Yeah.
this is when I realized. And then the next morning, Michelle, bless her heart, she was very tactful and kind in her Instagram message to me. She's like, "Well, actually, there is a little bit more than 24 stripes because you have a full 100 grams total. So each cake is
Right.
full 50 grams. So you
So
do
that
end
makes
up
sense.
with more than just the 24. So you're going to roll over in the sequence and have a few more than that to make sure that you have a
Right.
full 50 grams in each ball with which
Right.
to knit your sock.
Right.
So
So that all makes sense.
I was incorrect about stopping after 24. So I'm going to carry on and make mine as
Yeah.
tall. I'm just going to use all the yarn and make mine as tall as I can. And
As it is.
if I get to the point where I need to, take another measurement for the bottom of my calf muscle and do a little increasing, then I will.
Cool.
Cuz I can try them on.
Yep.
So hooray. So I just wanted to clarify my misstep yesterday or whenever that was. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
So keep knitting.
Yay. Okay, day 24.
Ta-da, ta-da. Okay.
That was quick. Laxdale.
Yay.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that green.
I'll show. So this is called Fern.
Yeah. But I remember the last one was something called moss, and it was really that beautiful dark, dark green.
Yeah, and this is how that one looks knit up.
Oh my.
So you can see the navy
Yeah.
from Aster going into the deep dark green moss from Laxdale.
Yeah.
And then we have, so this will be tonight.
Oh, that's lovely.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Beautiful.
And you had a really fantastic photo on your Instagram of like the whole thing.
I think people are starting to see what Terri did with the design.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the color choices.
Yeah.
And yeah. And it's still like, I think people are still going to be surprised when they hear what this is on the 31st.
Yeah. Speaking of Instagram, however, who's your winner?
Oh, good segue. Aline Stern. Congratulations, first of all. If you're hearing this for the first time, check your DMs in Instagram and get back to me with your mailing address, and I'll get something in the mail to you. And we're sort of running out of these prizes here. So if you are hoping to get a prize, make sure you hop over to Instagram, find I Thought I Knew How, find the post announcing this video, and make a comment. And I will pick a winner from there and send a something.
A little surprise. Who doesn't get surprise packages in the mail? I do.
I love getting mail addressed to me that's actually sent to me, and not just like they bought my address and information, you know.
An actual mail, not just like some weird postcard thing trying to sell me something.
I love that so much.
Actual mail.
Actual mail. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Okay, then. On that note, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.